guys, so this is my video for my 3rd week here in Norway, in Tromsø, above the Arctic Circle. What an experience. This was a pretty intense week and I do apologize for my video being late. I know I'm posting all these videos together, but but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know, when in Norway. On Monday, not much happened, went to hospital. Yeah, that was Monday. Went to hospital, did the same old in the cardiothoracic department, but the highlight of the day was that Sean cooked dinner for me and we had pistachio ice cream for dessert, so my day was made. Then Tuesday, also same old, go to the hospital, buy some groceries when I come home, cook for myself, watch a movie. I watched Crazy Rich Asians. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be, which is a bit sad, but it was okay. It was a good day, so what, I can't complain. On Wednesday, I decided to join the plastic surgery department because, to explain, so cardiothoracics is great, and I know a lot of people would kill to be in that department, but I personally do not love the heart. It's not my passion. I mean, really, you can do anything, and as long as you're passionate about it, then that's what you should strive for. That's my opinion. I don't like that medicine has these hierarchies. So while others would kill to be in cardiothoracics, it's not really my passion. So I did ask to join the plastic surgery department because I am very excited about that. I really am interested in helping children with burns in South Africa. It's a big problem that we have. So I did go to the plastic surgery department to just learn a bit more about how the Norwegians do it. So it was an experience. We started off with a patient. She had a basal cell carcinoma right here in the corner of her eye. I just can't explain to you like the techniques they use, and they're just so smart, you know, like, and they're great at teaching. So yeah, a big thank you to Thomas, who's the head of the plastic surgery department, and he really did like welcome me, and he's so excited, and you can tell that he loves what he does. So this lady had a basal cell carcinoma in the corner of her eye. They just saw her before her operation, drew a circle to mark where they would make the incision, and the coolest thing of all is that she needed a skin graft to make sure that it healed as nicely and aesthetically as possible. So they just cut behind her ear, because you don't see that skin ever. I mean, look here, you know. So they cut behind her ear and took that as a graft, and then replaced the skin that they obviously removed when they removed that basal cell carcinoma. And hopefully when they send it to biopsy, they'll find that they took enough. If not, they have to take more, so she'll be back if that is the case. Then I watched a patient get a breast implant. I don't think I can give too many details away in case, you know, I don't know, lawsuits and protecting people's rights. So I did get to watch a breast implant. It was a very interesting case and it worked. Like, it was pretty good. Yeah, I would recommend getting them. So how it works with plastics in Norway is that you are at a public hospital, so there has, I mean, the public is paying for your plastic surgery, so there has to be a significant reason for you to have it. You can't just go in and have a boob job. You need to have an abnormality to have a boob job. You need to have an abnormality to get a bum lift. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be a specific reason. It can't be a mental issue that you have with yourself. If you look normal, then they don't accept it. But I mean, it's very interesting, you know, because each case is different and you have to decide who gets to have this and who doesn't get to have this, and it's very interesting. The last thing that I did on Wednesday was I won a book voucher. Where's my book voucher? Ooh! I won a book voucher, very exciting, for 500 krona. Ooh. So I can buy a textbook. How exciting. So I ordered a book, Kuvadia's Pediatrics, for those who wanted. But yeah, I ordered Kuvadia's. It's a South African book which I ordered to buy here because, I mean, I have 500 kronas, which is the equivalent of like almost 1,000 rand. So I ordered Kuvadia's and I went to the bookshop to see if I could buy it, the book that I'd ordered, but it hadn't arrived yet, so I'm still waiting for it. It'll possibly take another week, and then I can show you guys that I got it. But yeah, that's really exciting. So I went to the bookshop. They didn't have Kubadias for me, but it's fine, I will get it. And on Thursday I joined Ule. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. He's a really nice plastic surgeon, and we started off with a patient with a bit of extra skin because she had an involuted hemangioma, and because of that she's got this excess skin on her forehead, and they removed it. It was a very quick operation. Next operation was a little boy. He had lip trauma from, I'm not sure what he did, but he had some lip trauma and it left a big scar, so they just cut some of that scar away so that he would have a more normal sort of like lip. But it didn't look completely abnormal, but I do understand that if he grows up, maybe, you know. I got to see an abdominoplasty, and I got to assist with the abdominoplasty, which was really cool. An abdominoplasty is a tummy tuck, and in Norway, if you are above a BMI of 27, you can have an abdominoplasty. So that was very interesting and very cool to watch. Yeah, that was my day. And yeah, I can't explain, like, I love this plastic surgery department. It's so exciting. But I still keep my bag in the lockers for cardiothoracic, because cardiothoracic has like a better like lunch vibe. Yeah, I don't know how to explain. And then on Friday is always a bit more quiet in the hospital, so it was just relaxed. I went in with Prof. Louis and Andy, and we saw a little baby. Oh, it's so cute. It was 700 grams, 26 weeks, was its gestational period, I guess. So it was a preemie, like very extremely premature baby, and what had happened was that one of the, I don't know, a nurse or a doctor had been swabbing the arm to insert a cannula, and when they did it, the chlorhexidine dripped onto the baby's back, which caused almost a chemical burn all over this little baby's back. Obviously premature, you want to fix that. It's cosmetic. It's also like you want to make sure that he just gets better. So very cool in Norway, they use the amniotic sac to sort of heal because it has all of these growth factors. So another woman gave birth that morning, so they took her amniotic sac. They did ask her for permission. They took her amniotic sac, cleaned it, separated it from the chorion, and then they used that. Instead of using a dressing or whatever you want to use for the wound, you use that amniotic sac as a dressing because it helps promote growth, and it's very interesting and it has a lot of potential. And Prof. Louis suggests he's compiling data to try and get a amniotic bank in Norway and in Tromsø, because immunosuppressed patients or anyone who for whatever reason their wound isn't healing or they need faster growth or they just need help, then yeah, it's a really good option. So that was really exciting. Friday evening we all went and tasted a reindeer burger. So obviously it is Norway, there are reindeer. I think they're actually called caribou, that's the correct term for them. But yeah, we had a reindeer burger at this restaurant called Kaya. Reindeer meat is actually pretty nice. It's like gamey, because obviously in South Africa we have springbok. It's not like cow, it's like gamey, but it's very, you can tell that it's not fatty at all, and you can taste that it's a healthy meat. It was so nice. It was such a nice burger. Oh, and the chips, oh, it was so good, guys. Yeah, I would definitely have another one, but geez, it was expensive. It was 195 krona, which in South African rands is almost 400 rand. But you know, when in Norway, you have to do the things that are in Norway. I mean, I'm never going to have this experience again, so it was definitely well worth 195 rand. And we do use the money that the university gives us, so we're very thankful to them for giving us this opportunity and for giving us the money. On Saturday, which was yesterday, Sean, Tolerance and I decided to hike up Rottind, which is another mountain. It's on the island Kvaløya, and yeah, it was rough. Like, I told Christian and Robert that we were hiking up Rottind, and they just looked out the window and then looked back at me and then looked out the window because it was raining and it wasn't a nice day. So yeah, it rained and it snowed as we went up that mountain, and it's a very steep mountain. But yeah, we made it. I made it. I survived. Luckily had boys with me to keep me going, and I had a rice cake halfway up in front of my dad to wish him happy birthday. So it was really exciting. Yeah, it was a really good hike. Yeah, it's a rough hike, but it was great. And we reached the top, and it was raining. And as we sat there, the water froze because it was so cold. Yeah, it was an experience. It was great. I mean that feeling when you reach the top of a mountain, even though it was exhausting and I had no energy left in my muscles, it was an amazing experience. After that, we went to Eidahandel, which is also on the island of Kvaløya. And Eidahandel has all of these sort of like Norwegian products that are, it has everything. It's amazing. And I got my dad some birthday presents, and yeah, it was so cool. Eidahandel, definitely worth a visit. They even had rooibos tea, which is obviously very South African, and they had something called honeybush, which they said is South African, but I've never had it. And yeah, it was amazing. And they have tasters. Oh, it was great. So we went to Eidahandel. We were freezing. My feet were wet from all the water from the hike. Had a hot chocolate, and then before we went and did our shopping, Sean and I, and then we had an ice cream before we left. So yeah, the ice cream was good. It was like vanilla ice cream, and you can choose your sort of dips, and then the ice cream comes in like a side thing majig. So that was really good. I would recommend that. And then I got home and I had supper, and then Robert made waffles, which were amazing. So we all just sat in the kitchen and had the waffles, and then I was exhausted and went to bed, prepared to sleep and get all my energy for Sunday, which is today. So today we went and we saw reindeer, guys. Yeah, it was so awesome, and a big thank you to Peter for helping me make it possible. I miss animals. Like, I love animals so much, and I've missed them, and now I got to spend time with them, and they're reindeers, and they were just amazing, guys. I know I ate a reindeer burger on Friday, but the way that they are taken care of, and they have lives, and in summer they're let out loose into the mountains, so they have a great life. And so we got to see the reindeers. It was with Tromsø Arctic Reindeer Experience, and I really do recommend them. And we took a bus from Radisson Blue Hotel, and we ended up at the sort of reindeer farm, and we fed them for an hour and a half. My hands were freezing off. So they are like these little huts. I forgot what they're called. I know the big one is called a game, I think. But I don't know what the small ones are called. But we went into the little huts, and they had hot chocolate and the best cookies and a huge fire. So you can feed the reindeer, and then when you feel like your hands are about to fall off, you just go into the huts, have some hot chocolate or some coffee, and you just get warmed up again, and then you can go back out and feed them again. So it was amazing. Yeah, it was a great day. And it was also part of a Sami culture experience. So we learned all about the Sami, which are the indigenous people of sort of Norway and Russia and those top countries. It's sort of like Native Americans, but in Europe and at the top where it's cold. So we learned all about their culture and their dress, and they sang for us, which is called yoiking. And we had a stew, like a reindeer stew, which is called bidos, which the Sami make. It was so good. It was just such an amazing experience. Like, we took 600 photos. Yeah, it was amazing. And now I'm exhausted. And then we had decided the day was not long enough. And we went to go visit the ship, which is in the harbor. It's a research ship with the UIT. It's called Kronprins Haakon, and the royal family opened it up, and today they had an open day where people could go and visit the ship. So we went on the ship. We stood in a line for about half an hour, went on the ship, had coffee, and I had a pear, which was free. And then yeah, you just got to look around the ship and see how it worked, and yeah. And now I've come home and I'm filming this video, and I just did some washing I'm not that hungry. I ate a lot today, but yeah, so had a great week. I'm so sorry that the videos have taken so long, but I am having an amazing time. And also a big thank you to everyone who's been messaging me and just checking on me and making sure that I haven't frozen to death. I really do appreciate you guys, and I love you guys so much. I haven't gotten homesick yet, but I do miss my mom and dad, and obviously my little kitten and my 2 dogs. So, you know, 3 weeks down, and I've got 3 weeks left to go. So I hope you guys are enjoying the video, and I will see you next week for another video. So bye.